Welcome to ISE's Equity Index Weekly Outlook, a weekly outlook on ISE and other industry indexes, hosted by Patrick Ceresna, a derivative market specialist and investment manager with extensive expertise in options and the broader derivative markets. ISE trades options on more than 15 proprietary sector indexes, as well as broad-based indexes and a variety of licensed benchmarks. ISE continually enhances its trading systems and develops new index options products to provide investors with the best marketplace and investment tools to trade smarter.
Hello and welcome to the ISE Equity Index Outlook for August 3rd, 2009. This is Patrick Ceresna. First off, I want to take a look at the S&P 500 using that SPDR exchange traded fund symbol SPY, and we are now right in the dead center of that 90 to 100 measured move on the upside. This is where we were looking for the market rally to stall. We're seeing on an intraday basis all sorts of momentum loss. There is a chance at this stage this week we'll bring in some sort of a profit-taking cycle. That doesn't mean that we're outright bearish in any way, simply implying the fact that we probably off this level here may see a multi-day pullback that will come back and retest this 94 to 96 focal point on the downside. What will be important is not the fact that there's a sell-off, but rather how sharp of a sell-off it will be. If in fact the selling comes in very hard and the bulls can't reverse it, that would be very significant. In the same respects, if it's very shallow and the selling is very contained and the buyers are buying on the pullbacks, then at that stage that will be the springboard from which a rally all the way up into the 104 to 106 area would happen. So what we're looking for this week is the information that will come during the market pullbacks, whether the bulls defend it or not. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE US Regional Banks Index, which is the symbol JLO. And what we have here was the support at that 15-16 area having held over the last few weeks, and that last week brought in a nice market rally that has brought that up to about the 17.5 area. What we really don't like about this index is the fact that it took so long for this rally to start, and we're really not looking for there to be any leadership or follow-throughs like we saw in the home builders or the broader market. So really at this stage there's some key overhead resistance and retracement zones up in the 18 to 18.5 area. We think at this stage this rally will be contained into that zone, and then we'll be reassessing it when it's there. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Syndex, which is the symbol SIN. This is an index of all the casino, tobacco, and distiller companies. And more or less at this stage, we're stalling at the 97 to 100 focal point where there is some key overhead resistance levels. But if in fact the S&P is destined to make a push up all the way to the 1050 area on the upside, then in fact the Syndex should have enough juice to be able to break above the 100 and finish the move up into what we call our measured move in the 105 to 110 area on the upside. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Home Builders Index, which is the symbol RUF, and this one has some really significant follow-through and a push right above that 925 to 950 focal point. Really at this stage, there is a lot of momentum behind this index, and even though there probably at some stage will be a pullback here, the measured moves do measure all the way up to the 10.5 to 11.5 area, so that's a very logical place to target on the upside for this leg. Next here, I want to take a look at the ISE Natural Gas Index, which is the symbol FUM, and we went through a multi-day pullback in midweek and then reversed right back up. At this stage, we still think that this will complete its move all the way back up to the 92 to 94 zone. If for whatever reason commodities were also given an additional spurt by a breakdown in the US dollar, then in fact a measured move for this natural gas index measures all the way up into the 100 to 110 zone on the upside. And finally, I wanted to take a look at that ISE Mini FTSE 100 Index, which is the symbol UKX. And really at this moment, we are completing all sorts of numerous measured moves into this 460 to 475 area, and we're basically at a stage where the FTSE can reverse or correct on the downside the same way the S&P can. But if in fact the S&P and the global markets are positioned to continue to rally into the month of August, then some of the bigger picture upside targets measure all the way up to 495 to 515 on the upside. But we first probably expect a little bit of a market pullback before the FTSE will have enough strength to make a push up into those higher zones. That was your ISE Equity Index Outlook. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for participating in this week's session. Please join us again next week. For more information about Patrick Ceresna and to sign up for free index options trade alerts, visit www.optionsource.net. To learn more about ISE index options, visit us at www.ise.com/indexoptions.